Hi, my name is Katie. I am also known as Ovary Actor. I chose the name Ovary Actor because I am a theater teacher. I perform with an improv troupe. I have my BFA in performing arts, so acting is a big part of my life. That's one thing I really like about roller derby is all the fun puns and names, and you get to become the superhero that you need yourself to be. It's easier to be that competitor when you're Ovary Actor, you know? My number is 4601, and I chose that number because in Les Miserables, Jean Valjean's number is 24601. So I decided I would be 4601 because our color was blue. So when I would be called in a penalty, I was blue 4601. I started playing roller derby on June 30th, 2015. I've known about roller derby for quite some time. I would take my kids and we would go watch the bouts, and it was always so fun and exciting. I just never thought that I was good enough or strong enough or able to play roller derby. It was just a fun, exciting thing to go and watch. I used to dance ballet and tap and all of that, and I broke my hip while dancing and I didn't know it, and 8 years later the pain never went away, so I finally had it x-rayed. I needed a total hip replacement, so I had this total hip replacement in my right hip, and I thought, I'll never roller skate. This is too dangerous. I could dislocate my hip or break my hip again. And somewhere in the summer of 2015, I was out with some friends and I saw a girl with a roller derby jersey on, and it was cocoa-blooded. And I told her, I was like, wow, I really think that'd be so much fun. And she said, you should do it. And I was like, oh no, I've got this fake hip, I can't do it. And she said, no, just give it a shot. You wear all the padding, we teach you everything, just give it a shot and see if you like it. And so I thought about it for a long time. I knew I was going to Austin, Texas to visit my family, and so I thought, well, I'll just buy some skates there because here there's nowhere that sells skates that are suitable for roller derby. So I thought I'll buy some skates while I'm in Austin and just see. And if worse comes to worse, I have a pair of roller skates that I can use to skate because I love to roller skate. And while I was in Austin, my grandfather suddenly fell very ill, and he was dying. So I ended up staying in Austin a little longer than anticipated. You know how it is when people are dying, you never know exactly when. And so on the Wednesday, I thought, okay, I'll go home, I'll come back to Lafayette, and if I need to go back to Austin I will, but I can check out roller derby on the Thursday. Well, the morning of June 30th, the day after I came home from Austin, my grandfather ended up passing away that day, which was very difficult for me. And I just said, you know what? I'm gonna join roller derby today as a way to honor my grandfather by taking a step to do something new and adventurous that I had never thought I could do. So on the day my grandfather died, I went to my first roller derby practice. It was scary. I was very intimidated. I didn't know anybody, and one of the first people I see was Foxy Cleosmakia, and she is so athletic and so good on skates, and I was so intimidated by her. And I thought, oh my gosh, they're gonna make fun of me, they're gonna laugh at me, I don't know how to skate very much. And Foxy was actually the nicest person and so helpful and so encouraging. There's something about her that she gets so excited when she sees other women doing well and succeeding and overcoming obstacles. Learning to skate was awesome and terrifying at times. I was so afraid of falling. And in general in life, I think I, like a lot of people, are afraid of failure. And it's so interesting because falling is such an important part in roller derby, and they taught me to do it properly. And it's almost like a badge of honor to fall and get right back up. And that lesson of getting back up physically translated into my life, and I'm able to look at failures or look at times when I feel like I've fallen and say, no, gotta get right back up. You have to get right back up. And communicate. Communicating with the rest of the team is so important. You have to be vocal and you have to speak what you need and say where you are and be aware of everything around you. And that's another thing I was able to bring to my life. I feel like since I've joined roller derby, I've been able to speak my mind with more confidence. When I started in 2015, I felt like I was at a really low point in my life. I felt unwanted and unworthy, and like I had lost a lot of who I was. I became a mother when I was very young. We were married very young, and my entire identity was kind of just wrapped up in this marriage and kids. And then when that all fell apart, I didn't know who I was anymore. And I am really proud of myself for taking the chance and giving myself something to do that I've always admired in other women. I've always admired the women who can take these kinds of risks and be a part of a really awesome sport. And I am really proud of myself for pushing through the difficult times to become that woman. And I'm still growing. I'm still learning. I'm still changing. And it's been really wonderful. It's the best decision I've ever made, and I was very afraid to do it. I would encourage anyone who is interested in roller derby to push through the fears you may be experiencing and overcome that. And there's so much to gain through this sport. I really get a kick out of our announcer, Stash Merkin. He's cool. He's a cool dude. He follows all the top teams, the top players. He's announced for the best leagues, and it's really cool that he is the announcer for us. Like, I feel like really special that he's our announcer. In roller derby, there is a tradition called Derby Wives, and you find a woman who you connect with. And for me, that person is Heidi Ho Hitter. She's always available to listen and to talk to, and just like we're best friends. Heidi and I played in our first bout together in early 2016, and at the end of the bout, I got down on one skate and proposed derby marriage to Heidi. I did have to get permission from her husband first, because I'm a lady. And she said yes, and then at the running of the bulls, we had our derby marriage officiated by Stash Merkin. It's just so much fun. Currently, I am not skating for the team. I am now a referee. I can still skate, I can still practice with the team. Refereeing isn't for everyone, just like skating and blocking and jamming isn't for everyone. But for me, being a ref is awesome. I love it. I've met even more people through being a referee. The thing that surprised me most about joining roller derby is how little my fears had to do with reality. I was afraid of people. I was afraid of being judged, and that wasn't the case at all. I was so welcomed, and the team has been so excited and just so encouraging. The hardest part about roller derby is the time commitment. I'm not gonna lie, It is a big time commitment. Late practices, weekend gatherings or fundraisers, events, planning, making posters. That is the hardest part, managing the time. But it's not terrible. It's something that's enjoyable. If you're having fun, it's not work. Nothing is a chore when you're having fun. It's a thrill to watch. I hope to encourage more women in the community to join the team, and even men can do it too. They can be referees. At this time we don't have a men's league, but that's not impossible. If we have enough men that want to have a team, like that would be incredible. If you want to be a part of the Acadiana Roller Girls, it's always a good time to get involved. We have availability for skaters if you want to learn to play the sport and block people, or jam if you want to referee. That's awesome fun. If you want to skate but not necessarily get hit, come be on Team Zebra. That'd be so much fun. And if you don't want to skate but you still want to like be part of the action, you can be a non-skating official, keeping track of points or timing the penalty box, keeping track of penalties. That's a lot of fun. And if none of that is right for you, be a super fan. You know, come to all of our home bouts, travel with us to away bouts. We love the super fans, and I really hope you come check us out.